Hello and welcome to this stream. Thanks so much for everyone who has tuned in so far. I really do appreciate it. Today we will be looking at Manchester City's second leg tie against Paris Saint-Germain. BCNEFDE. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hi Mike, how you doing? Thanks so much for joining the stream. Really do appreciate it. Chris, thanks so much for tuning in as well. Really do appreciate it. Hope you are doing fine after the crazy scenes we saw at Old Trafford. I'm sure you've had your say on it. City have named a very similar lineup to the one that won in Paris on Wednesday night. Ederson is in goal for City, as he always is. A back four of Walker, Stones, Diaz, with Zinchenko playing at left back. He's come in for Cancelo, who is on the bench. He is a very interesting that has happened, because he did come on. They did look a lot better afterwards. After he came on, so it's interesting to see that he is involved again. Bernardo Silva, Fernandinho is a second change, and Gundogan are in midfield. Mahrez, the brilliant Mahrez, De Bruyne and Foden, or De Bruyne. I think it's De Bruyne or De Bruyne. Right, so the team for PSG: Navas is in goal, Florenzi, Marquinhos, Kimpembe and Diallo, Herrera, Paredes, Di Maria, Verratti, Neymar and Icardi. Thank you much for everyone who's just tuned in as well. How are the nerves, City fans? City know that if they play well, if they play their game, they will go through. There's no doubt about it. But City are the most likely to bugger it up in this situation for sure. So the game is still very much in the balance. Did you hear about AS Roma? They have got Jose. In my opinion, he will do all right, but I'm thinking to myself, he won't be a successful manager for Roma. Yeah, I did see that news. I saw it this morning or this afternoon, or wherever it was announced. Interesting. He did very well. I think he won the treble when he was in Italy with Inter Milan. Of course, one of those trophies being the Champions League. He had some very Militao. He had some very good players. Eto'o, I think he had. But he got a lot out of players. Militao is a perfect example of what Mourinho can do with strikers. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on. But I think he is a very astute appointment. However, what I would say is, if it does not work out for Mourinho at Roma, where does he go from there? However, another thing that I would say is, Tottenham were rumoured to be interested in Maurizio Sarri, who was linked with the Roma job. But now that's not going ahead, there is a chance that Sarri, the former Chelsea manager, ends up at Spurs. I hope he wins trophies. It would be nice to see Roma win some trophies. I always liked Roma. I had a Roma shirt when I was younger. Bat a shooter on the back. I've had my opinions on the riots from United fans on Sunday. I think riots is strong. I think riots is really strong. I would say it was just a protest with a few idiots. The problem is, whenever you have a protest in any sort of situation and you have a large number of people attend those, you will always have this sort of situation of arrests and violence and criminal activity. I think that will always happen, for sure. But yeah, riots is strong for me, I think. But I understand what you mean. It was annoying but it got the point across. I wanted to watch the game, but it got the point across of how angry and upset the Manchester United fans are with the Glazer family. However, I'm not sure this will cause too much change in terms of them leaving. They've stuck out before. They've been there for 15 years, 16 years. I don't see it causing a massive impact, but I think it was good to see them fighting back. Hi Mike, after the Rangers Celtic game, you said you were going to be back in a minute for the Arsenal game, which obviously you didn't do, so just checking everything was alright. Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in and checking on me, Jay. Everything was fine. I went live, but it wasn't working properly. So next time, if I do 2 in a row, I'm just going to keep it on the same and just change the layout and stuff while I'm on stream. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking anyway. My prediction, 1 apiece. So just going for City to get through with a draw. There is some games taking place right now, which we will discuss in a minute. Do you think Liverpool will even be able to get into Europa Conference League qualification? And thoughts on West Ham? Yeah, I'm thinking just as an offhand comment, I'm thinking about getting like a list of things to talk about. So if the chat goes dead, I could start discussing different things. But yeah, that I think that's something I might work on for next season. Back to your question, Liverpool. I think Liverpool will get Europe, whether it's the Conference League, which would be a complete and utter disaster for Liverpool. I'm sure Chris will agree, as he's a Liverpool fan, or the Europa League, which would still be quite disappointing. I think it's difficult to see a way where they qualify for the Champions League. It's been a disaster 2021 for Liverpool, in my opinion, because they were flying high at the start. As Chris said on the stream on Sunday, Liverpool were actually top of the league like at Christmas and the beginning of the year, and now they are on the verge of being in the Europa Conference League, which would be a disaster. West Ham, just going back to that comment, West Ham are unbelievable, right? I am so glad to see someone like West Ham get into Europe. I'm sure they will get into Europe. It'd be lovely to see them in the Europa League. But to finish 5th would be unbelievable. I don't think it's possible for them to get a Champions League position, but to see them even in Europe would be an amazing achievement, particularly because they haven't finished 7th. They haven't got through the back door by winning a League Cup, which is fine. I've got no problem with that. Or an FA Cup. They've done it by having an amazing season, finishing above Arsenal. You know, at the moment, finishing above Liverpool, finishing above Everton, and finishing above Spurs. That is an incredible achievement by David Moyes. He's the one. 2-2. I think Callum, thank you much for tuning in. I thank you much for your comments earlier. I did read them earlier. It's Europa League or Europa Conference League. I rather Europa League. If it's or none, right? Would you want to be a none? That's always an option. I think Conference League would be an absolute disaster where you qualify. Europa League, they might need. I think things will be a lot better next season though, so they won't need that. But yeah, I'd rather be 8th. This is what I said, and not get any CBA with the Europa League or Conference. It would be. I don't think you'll finish 8th. It would be a disaster if you finish 7th. I think you'd rather be in the Europa League. Seeing Liverpool in the Europa League would be really interesting because they got to the final in, I want to say, 2016 under Klopp and played Sevilla. Is that right? I'm sure Liverpool fans will correct me if I'm wrong. That was a very good, because they had that game against Dortmund, I want to say. Really good game. So they could be entertaining. I think this year's Europa League has been quite poor. You know, last year, as I said, Sevilla, Inter Milan, Manchester United all in the semis, and look what we've got. Villarreal, we've got Roma, who are already out, Manchester United, of course, having a good season, and Arsenal, who are mid-table in the Premier League. What happened to Manchester United? I didn't read about this. Manchester United had a protest on Sunday against the Glazer family and their ownership of Manchester United, and the reports were that they entered the ground through an unlocked door. Manchester United have come out and said that that's not true and are incorrect, and that they obviously broke in and went on the pitch and went on the pitch a couple of times and got the game postponed. I don't think it was a riot. I think it was a protest with idiots. That's the thing. It takes away credibility for protests. Why I call it a riot? Well, no, because there is this situation where, as I said, a lot of people go to protests to cause sort of trouble, and that'll just be a part of it. If I did a protest tomorrow, if enough people turned up at my local Tesco to be annoyed that they're selling the wrong type of beans, then enough people there would be some sort of trouble there. That's just part and parcel of a protest. It's not good, but I think that's how it is. I think Mourinho's style will suit Italian league. Yes, totally agree. It did work in 2009, but whether it will work now, it probably will, but it will be harder, I think. With Mbappe not starting, I think City will win this now. But you never know. You never know. We haven't spoke about the fact that Mbappe is out along with Bernard, and Idrissa Gueye was sent off in the first leg, so he's out as well. I hope City play like they did with Leeds. I just don't think that will happen with this side. This side is their best side, pretty much. You might put Rodri in, you might put Cancelo in, but this is their best side. Stones, Diaz, De Bruyne, Foden, Mahrez, Gundogan, Fernandinho, Silva. It's the best side by far. No one needs to get hurt. Yeah, no one needs to get hurt. It's just I'm not condoning it in any way, which way at all, because that's totally not what I'm doing. I won't read your comment because it has swearing. I'll hide your comment, Callum, but I will read it. Cara was defo pooing in Old Trafford, rival club. Protests going on for the biggest game of the season left for both clubs. What I would say, Callum, is they didn't care about Jamie Carragher being there. I wouldn't care if I was in that situation. I wouldn't care because it's irrelevant. If the fight is against the protest, is against the owners. The Carragher is irrelevant, particularly now. Mbappe is on the bench. You are right. All right, he is on the bench. I haven't done the bench. Sorry, that's reminded me. I need to get the snaz ready so I can do the timer. Sorry, I'm generally sorry. I just knew he wasn't starting and I didn't look at the bench. The bench: Aguero, Ake, Cancelo, Carson. The only Champions League winner, I believe, in the Manchester City squad. Gabriel Jesus, Laporte, Mendy, Rodri, Stefan, the goalkeeper, Sterling and Torres. Baka, Dagba, Danilo, Draxler, Kane, Kera, Kazawa, Mbappe, Rafinha, Rico are all on the bench. I don't get why he ain't starting now, because he's not fit enough, right? And there's always this talk of if he's fit enough to be on the bench, he's fit enough to start. And I heard that so many times, but that's simply not the case. Because sometimes you can think I can only get 45 minutes or half an hour out of this player, but he's very, very vital. So you wouldn't start that player, would you? Because that would be ridiculous. So I'm not a big fan of this. I haven't heard it for a while, but I'm not a big fan of that sort of ethos for sure. I think someone like Danilo Pereira should be in instead of Herrera. Interesting. He did come on in the last game because Herrera came on. It's just because Idrissa Gueye is suspended. Sorry about that. If you haven't already, feel free to hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe if you are new. We are on our way to 4,900 subscribers. The Champions League song is playing in the Etihad Stadium, not to a chorus of boos as we have witnessed so many times in Manchester. If PSG won 2-1 and went to penalties, they would probably just bring him on for that. I think the plan is, if Paris are behind, they could bring him on to try and get that goal, particularly if they needed an away goal to win the tie. If that happened, that would be very, very a good idea. So that is what I would do for sure. Are you streaming live or what? So yeah, I will be streaming the game. Not the game, but like a watch along. So here's the team. Ederson, Walker, Stones, Diaz, Zinchenko, Silva, Fernandinho, 36-year-old Fernandinho, Gundogan, Foden, De Bruyne and Mahrez. So that is the side. The side for Paris: Navas, Florenzi, Marquinhos, Kimpembe, Diallo, Herrera, Paredes, Di Maria, Verratti, Neymar and Icardi. It looks like it's been like snowing or something. Can't stand Neymar, but have to admit he's world class. Yeah, he is world class. I don't like Wayne Rooney. I don't like Cristiano Ronaldo, but he's definitely world class. There's nothing, Never seen Man City get to the final, though, so it would be interesting to see. Of course, they've never been to a final of the Champions League. Paris have, but have never won it. I think the winner is coming from this side, if I'm being brutally honest with you. Weird weather today. There's Maurizio Pochettino and Pep Guardiola. And Jack, thank you much for tuning in. Jack, how you doing? Been rainy in Bolton today, so probably similar for the Etihad. It's snowy / rainy. Yeah, it is. It's all like white and stuff. I don't know what's been going on really, but it is looking rather pale. There's Marquinhos. PSG haven't experienced getting to the final, but Man City have a better team. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. However, it doesn't matter if City, like so say, City play their stuff, play well, they should definitely be getting through. But Paris do have that experience, which City don't really. Gundogan's been to a final, but besides that, in the starting 11, I don't think any of the other players have. They are all kneeling for the first 8 seconds. There's Neymar doing some sort of prayer. There we are, and we are going to be underway any second now in this massive tie. It's been sunny here. Bit windy, but it's been sunny. Not sure what the weather is doing up in the north. First half is underway, boys. Oh, and everyone else that's watching. Who do you think will win out of Real Madrid and Chelsea? Something is telling me it will be Real Madrid. Not sure why. Lorenzo down. Thogden just fouled. It is really weird. The undersoil heating. Where has it been? They should have cleared off more. It isn't good. It isn't good at all. Pitch. Alex, thank you much for tuning in. How you doing? Thank you much for joining the stream. I'm watching it on my PS4. I don't have a PS4. I do have an Xbox One, so I watch the TV sometimes downstairs through the Xbox. So I do fancy Real Madrid over Chelsea. However, having said that, Chelsea were the better side what I saw of it last week. Beppe shivering like mad. Clearly not used to the English cold. Bank holiday in Bolton equals rain. It's horrible. I'm not sure what's happened. Not sure what's happened at all. I think Chelsea, so difference of an opinion. Yeah, it could go either way. I think it is. I think both ties are very open still. It's not like Man United, which is over in the Europa League, in the lesser competition. It is open for sure. I'm saying 1-1 and penalties. But who would you have go through? No Pepsi today. I had to steal one of Kelly's Cokes. It's just how it is. Marquinhos. Kimpembe. So last weekend, or the weekend just gone, Paris won in their game to go, I think, temporarily top of the table. 1-0 Chelsea, so you're going for Chelsea. Could definitely go either way. Here's Di Maria. Here's Neymar. He tries to go out wide, looking for Florenzi, but that will be out for a throw. Poor from Neymar. Chelsea and penalties. So you're all expecting a tight game, which sort of fits in with me. Definitely be a tight one. Because if it does go to Man City versus Chelsea, you'd be thinking, how will Guardiola sort out what happened against Chelsea in the FA Cup? Because he wouldn't want to repeat of that, because it was rather flat, if I'm being totally honest with him. Here's Bernardo Silva. Still can't believe that DT pretty much said that an Arsenal-Man United final will get more viewers than City versus Chelsea. I think both would attract a lot of interest, but it is hard to imagine that the Champions League isn't everywhere and that the Europa League is everywhere. Does that make sense? Like, we got it here because it involves a lot of our sides. So it's on in here, but which makes sense. But I'm not sure in the deeper echelons of certain leagues, of certain countries even. Right, it's like a winter. It is like winter. It is very, very, very chilly. It is very, very chilly, I would imagine. I got the window open because I got this hoodie on because I wanted to show it off because I got it the other day and I really like it. Hope the Kid J's. Hope so. The Kid J. Man United versus Villarreal final. I actually think it will be Villarreal over Arsenal simply because Imre's been there before. He's a more experienced manager than Arteta. I'm not going to say he's a better manager because I don't want to fall into the trap of doing that. But he is a more streetwise, more experienced manager. So I do actually believe he will get the job done at the Emirates. A lot of people around the world have probably never heard of some of the teams competing in the Europa League. I definitely. Even some people who've got a good grasp on football. You think of teams like Dudelange in Luxembourg. If you're not really, I know them from Football Manager, but it's not something that, it's not. Here is Neymar into the box. Shot is blocked. Verratti picks it up. Ref gets in the way, but he is out the way now and doesn't interfere with play. Herrera to Neymar. Trying to size up Walker. Plays a 1-2. Comes to Di Maria. Di Maria. Shot is blocked. It's still in play here with Diallo. Di Maria does well. He's down. Nothing given in the penalty box. Nothing given by the referee. Right. Okie. Yeah, so Dudelange, not many people would have heard Dudelange. It's not, they will compete in it, but they're not very, very well known. So certainly there is a few teams in the Champions League that probably people haven't heard of, particularly in the early rounds, like TNS. But I totally understand your point. I really struggle because I don't have like a massive interest in places like. Verratti does well, keeps the ball in, gives it to Neymar. Neymar going, and there is Ruben Diaz to get it away. Only as far as Diallo. Diallo's ball in. Is there a handball? There is a call for handball. They're going absolutely insane. Penalty! Penalty to PSG for a handball. Zinchenko is saying no, but it is a penalty to PSG. All four Europa teams, except from Man United, are relying on winning the whole thing in order to score Champions League football next season, which is what you want, really. No, that's not handball. That's not handball. That should not be given. That should be overturned. He's going to have a look. So VAR is involved here. VAR is going to have a look. For me, definitely not a penalty. Definitely not a penalty. But we can never tell with video assistant referee and referees. He's had a look. Yeah, he's overturned it. No penalty for PSG. And City survive a scare there. Yeah. On the top of the shoulder. Ref, good decision by the ref. Knows what he's doing. Herrera would like to score against Man City, I'm sure. I'm sure he would. He is. Remember that time he spit on the Man City badge as he was going down the tunnel playing for Man United? He seems to. What I like about Herrera is he seems to really, really care about who he's playing for, and he's up for these derbies. Do you know what I mean? And he'd be up for this game because he played for Manchester United. No way, that's a penalty, 100%. Sounds like a good start from PSG. Yes, they have played very, very well in the opening minutes. We are only 8 minutes in, however. Thank you much for everyone who has tuned in so far. If you haven't already, feel free to hit the like button and get involved in the chat as well. I'd love to hear what you think. If you haven't got your score in already, I haven't done a score. I'm going to go for 1-1. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Enough to take City through, but with Paris really trying to get that late winner to force it to extra time. That's what I'm going for. The ref's pretty decent, I'm sure. All right. So they said he was very experienced just on the commentary. Imagine that, giving that for a penalty in the first place. At the end of the day, you don't know what he has seen. We don't know what he has seen. From his angle, it might have looked a penalty. I remember once I was at a game between Hereford and Shrewsbury in the FA Cup in 2012, and I was right behind the assistant referee, and she flagged for a penalty. And to me, it was Stonewall penalty. Looked on the replay, wasn't a penalty at all. So it does depend on your view for sure, but it was very strange. Opinions on Jose to Roma. Good luck to him. Glad he's not in England anymore. I feel like he's quite a negative person, as there is a foul on Mahrez and it will be a free kick to Manchester City. He is a very, very experienced player, and with the right team, with the right team, he could take them from the struggling to qualify for Europe to Champions League side for sure. But I think it would be very, very hard, particularly if Juve were to put some money in next season and get a more experienced manager than Pirlo. Conte is a very, very good manager as well, and it will be hard to see him overturning him very, very quickly. I really, really like Conte. I think he's a very good manager. All referees in England are useless apart from female referees. That's interesting. I think that Zinchenko's made a good run. Crosses it back for De Bruyne. Shot blocked. Come to Mahrez. Goal! Riyad Mahrez has scored. And that is a big, 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 big goal. Mahrez has just made it 1-0 to the home side. My girlfriend just messaged me saying, I can hear you from down here. I need to start being a bit more quiet. But it is very exciting. Great, great run. Brilliant spot by Edison. Great run made by Zinchenko, who cuts it back brilliantly to De Bruyne, who's in loads of space. Shot is blocked, and it comes to Mahrez, and he puts it in. Very, very, very smart finish, and 1-0 to Manchester City. City are ahead. Really, really nice. Really nice. Really nice goal. Nothing Navas can do. Just messaging all my dad, my mum back. Right, sorry about that. And we still somehow have two of them going to Euros. Listen, right, what we need to understand is they're only following the rules. If the rules were better, the referee would come better. Furthermore, I think more funding needs to go into these referees because they're not getting paid enough. You think about how much they... Here's De Bruyne. Can he find Bernardo? No, he can't. And Marquinhos will bring it further. We need to put more money into refereeing and more protection as well. They get treated like absolute garbage. If I went to Tesco and started getting called every name under the sun by customers, I'd probably leave. I wouldn't want that. Do you know what I mean? It must be a very stressful job. So I feel like more funding and more help is needed, and a bigger look at the rules, definitely. I understand your frustrations though with referees. Sometimes they make very big errors. The amount of times we see something for the first time, then we see it again and change our minds. So I understand how first time referee can get it wrong in that moment at the speed of... He definitely took a time as well. He really assessed what he'd seen before he gave the penalty. Obviously it was the wrong decision, but he did think about it, which is more than could be... However, he didn't look at it very much, but he did get the gist of what had gone on from the video. What do they call that? The little machine that they look at, the TV or whatever it is. Is there a name for that? Let me know. Just given the Champions League to City now, we have plenty of time to go. PSG started the game very well in the last game, in the first leg, and they went a goal ahead. This game is nowhere near over. Mr. Python, thank you so much for joining the stream. How are you doing? I wonder if Bolton's chances of promotion are gonna be even harder, seeing as Bobby Madley is the referee of the game. Is he? I thought he packed up. Like, left. That's what packed up means. I thought he'd gone. Bobby Madley. Diallo's ball in is straight into the hands of Ederson. Make League 1 and League 2 refs full-time for a start. It's bizarre that it's not full-time. Really, really bizarre. There has been a goal. Charlton have taken the lead. Jaden Stockley with a goal of 47 minutes. Is Mahrez underrated, underappreciated for Manchester City? Yes. He has played extremely, extremely well in the last sort of couple of months. Here's Neymar. He does really well. Still going and is fouled by Gundogan, and it will be a free kick to PSG. I mean, that's a good start for City, though either way, PSG needed 2 goals, so not changed much to the game for them. No, but if they had 2 goals and Man City hadn't scored, then they would be through, rather than... But I do understand your point totally. I'm good. How about you? Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you, mate. Surely, if the ref isn't sure, they will give a penalty so there is a break in play so they can check the monitor. That makes sense. I mean, I'm not sure they should be given things that aren't. But, yeah. He went reffing in Norway since the start of the season. He's started reffing in England in Leagues 1 and 2. Never knew that. Interesting. Good, really good referee, though, to be at that level, because he's considered very, very good, obviously, to be in the Premier League. Personally, I don't think any League 2 refs are any good. No, they're not. They're not. Here it comes. There was a penalty scored in the game in Paris by Mahrez, and it will be Neymar to hit. Takes deflection and will be behind for a corner to PSG. Personally, I don't think... I still don't understand, other than money, why League 1 and 2 refs are full-time, seeing as all players and coaches and staff, I assume you mean aren't. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You want to take this seriously. You know, you wouldn't have part-time anything in a sort of football league, would you? Unless you're sort of a part-time like media person. But to be a referee is... You know, because they could be using that valuable extra time that being full-time would be... Here is the cross. Marquinhos off the bar. Ball in from Di Maria. Marquinhos was there. Headed onto the bar. Massive, massive, massive chance. PSG have started this game very well, I've got to say. Major, thanks so much for tuning in. How you doing? I'd say Mahrez was more rated at Leicester City. Not saying he ain't doing good at Man City, though he is. Here's De Bruyne. Can't find anyone, and Herrera will bring it away. The thing is, right, if you're a really good player for Leicester, you'll stand out. If you're a really good player for City, you are just another good player. Unless you're absolutely out this world, like De Bruyne, or you're a very much up-and-coming player and you're playing really well, a la someone like Thogden, then you're very, very much open to that sort of just being a very, very good player and a very, very good team. And I think that's what could be happening for Mahrez. However, he is looking very, very good recently. Get Mbappe on the next 15 minutes. I wouldn't do anything yet. They're playing perfectly fine. They've hit the bar. They've had a penalty overturned. So it's not like they're playing badly by any stretch of the imagination. They've just conceded the goal. What I would say if I was PSG would be keep playing the game. Don't do anything rash. Don't do anything stupid. And, you know, just keep playing your game for now. There's no need to do anything. We've only played 15 minutes. Or 17 minutes. Free kick. Foden with a handball. And it's a free kick inside the area. Here, Foden having an argument with one of the players. I think that's Florenzi, maybe? Good. I'm doing good, thank you. Man City fans stormed the stadium, but it was sorted out in a few seconds. They got nothing to storm. That wasn't a free kick. Definitely not handball. Looked handball to me though when I first saw it. But free kick to PSG rather. Those refs in particular have to travel down to Plymouth from Manchester, then be back in work the following day. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all. Derek Lyle has scored. He is a player who is very much a journeyman in Scotland. Neymar's ball in. Looking for Marquinhos. Will he get there? Ederson gets there into the hands of Ederson. Just like Kante, good at Chelsea, but was rated more at Leicester when he won the league. Di Maria has almost scored. I don't know what happened there because I totally mislooked, but they played it quickly. Edison kicks the ball out, or throws the ball out. Bernardo loses the ball, and he's totally out of position. And Di Maria has a great chance to make it one apiece, just past the post. Brilliant chance. City get away with one there, definitely. That was very close. Very close indeed. Thoughts on Everton's potential front line next season? DCL and Kompany is down here, so he's just going to receive some treatment. Doesn't look very good at the moment. Aguero. Yeah, I mean, Aguero, I don't think... Yeah, that's not... There's nothing in there. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's okay. All Luton, aren't we? Up the Hatters. I forgot there's a game there. I will... No, I won't put the updates. It will just come through. Aguero will be going abroad. I think he will probably go back to Spain, if I'm being honest. Obviously, you can all have your opinions. Feel free to tell me. Crunch time for Rotherham. 45 minutes defining. Yes. Yeah, season defining. You are totally correct. And that is why I'm going to put it actually onto updates. Because if they lose this, they are down. Or pretty much down. All Luton, aren't we? Up the Hatters. Burnley want to buy Ryan Christie from Celtic, right? Di Maria would like to score against Man City. Some ex-United players here. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but he didn't have the best time in Manchester. I'm sure he doesn't care for it as much as Herrera does, for example. But I understand you totally. Ellis, it depends on where you live. Here is Gundogan. Walker. Interesting. Because there's been a takeover at Burnley, right, hasn't there? And some future United players. It's live on BT. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want Neymar? Who wouldn't want someone like Verratti, Mbappe? They've got so much quality. Who wouldn't want some few PSG players? What would you do if Aguero went to United? I'm sure he wouldn't do that. It would... I don't think they'd do that simply because they wouldn't have Aguero who's getting on and Cavani that's getting on. You probably just have one and Cavani's already there. And so I think the chances of that happening are slim. Free kick to City. Herrera with a foul on... Bernardo Silva, and Herrera is getting very upset with Gundogan. He's very angry. Very angry. He's a very angry man. Very angry man. If anyone thinks I look very nice today, please let me know. I've already had one compliment. Just from my girlfriend. Yeah, Herrera is going to get booked, and rightly so. There was no need to be so aggressive. I think he's been booked for an elbow. I think an elbow is... I think it was for an elbow because he seemed to gesture that way. Looking good, Mike. Thank you so much, Alex. I really do appreciate it. No way Aguero going to another top 6 side in England. I understand why he's annoyed, but he was getting really aggressive. Me either, but plenty of players going from one derby team to another. Yeah, it's happened before. Look at Sol Campbell. Owen Hargreaves, I think, did it. Carlos Tevez. Just to name a few. I'm sure some of you can name some other people. Let me know. Zinchenko. I think Colin Bell played for... Not Colin Bell. One of them played for both. Was it Colin Bell played for both? No, I'm getting confused with Brian Kidd. Ignore me. Stones. Goes forward. Finds Bernardo Silva. Riyad Mahrez plays it to Walker. Walker goes long looking for Bernardo. Finds Bernardo. Lovely play from Walker. He switches flanks. Finds Zinchenko. These PSG players claim for everything. They do. I don't know why. It feels like no matter who's in charge, they're all like surrounding the referee. I don't know if it's more common in France. I don't watch much of Ligue 1, but I'm not sure if it's more common Foden does well, but does lose the ball. Paredes with a vital touch. Fernandinho brings down Paredes, looking for Neymar, and Ederson will deal with that. He's like a Coyote. Is that fast? Coyote. I can't. You know what I mean. Walker goes long. It's out. Oh no, he's kept it in. So if you could have one PSG player in your side, who would you have? Would you have Neymar, Mbappe? Would you have Verratti? Would you have someone like Marquinhos? Who's your favourite player for PSG? When I was younger, I really liked Neymar. I actually had a Santos shirt with Neymar on the back before he moved to Barcelona. However, I also like Mbappe quite a lot. I like Verratti as well. Sorry about that. Caleb's just getting her AirPods. She's going for a WOK. Verratti. You'd have Verratti at Mbappe. Verratti would be a really good signing for someone like Liverpool because he's so good in midfield, and that's where I've always felt they are a little bit short, despite the addition of Thiago. Gundogan. There's Alf for those who care. And here is Mahrez. Mahrez loses the ball. Battling with Verratti. Does well. Would you rather Mbappe or... would I rather Mbappe or Haaland? Depends who I was. Because you want an out-and-out striker for a side that needs an out-and-out striker. But if you were City, you'd want Mbappe, wouldn't you? Someone who was fluid in those sort of attacking positions for sure. So it just depends what you want. Would you say this City better than 17-18? No, I wouldn't. However, I would say they are more complete. Neymar coming into the box. Still going. Cuts it back for Verratti. Here's Di Maria's ball in. Looking for Herrera, who can't get a touch on it, and it's out for a goal kick. City are more complete. If you'd have put City's defence, so bring in Ruben Diaz into that 17-18 side, and John Stones playing as well as he is, you'd have just an unbelievable side. Someone like Foden as well, but you can't have the best of both worlds. So yeah, I think a more complete would be this side. I believe. I don't think Fabinho has been bad playing centre back. It's just his partner Fabinho, but he's old in midfield anyway. Yeah, he is. I like Fabinho, but I understand how it must have been frustrating for him to have been playing as a centre back for pretty much the whole season. But he can play right back, right? He has played right back for Monaco, hasn't he? And he has played right back at Liverpool, I believe, as well. Definitely played right back at Monaco. Some interesting developments yesterday. Rooney's Derby future, according to Man United, the Man United's way, Alonso will be sacking Rooney from head coach, but will stay on as first team coach. I wouldn't want to, and I don't think there's pretty much any manager who's really interested in managing would go from being a manager or a head coach to back to a first team coach. It has happened. It happened at Hereford, but it's not something that you see every day. You want to be in charge, definitely. Mahrez' ball in, headed away by Kimpembe. Will Fernandinho get there first? No, he won't. Here is Verratti battling with Fernandinho, and it will be a foul and a free kick to PSG. Yeah, played right back from Monaco. I thought so. An experienced head could be what Rooney needs. Then get a director of football or someone like that for him to bounce off, or an experience like Hereford have Gowland, and they have Steve Burr, which, if you know non-league football, you know Steve Burr, very experienced head, which really has helped Gowland come on in leaps and bounds. So I think that could be important. So I totally get that. But yeah, if he wants to be first, he wouldn't want to be first team coach. I don't think. I think he obviously wants to be a manager. So Rooney does have McLaren by his side, but has stopped listening to him for no reason. His ego is too big. Would you listen to Steve McLaren? Steve McLaren did quite well at Derby. He got him into the playoffs a few times, but he never got much further than that. Bernardo. 2-0 to Charlton Athletic. So they will be defeating Lincoln. There's also some other games in Scotland and Wales, but I'm not going to really bring those up. Mahrez. Rooney does. I think it's same with 2017-18 Liverpool. Then let's say 1920. De Bruyne's shot is over the bar. The thing is, right? I loved watching Liverpool. Loved watching Liverpool in 17-18. The season they finished fourth. Right? They had Salah, but they had no defence. No defence. And it was the best thing ever. I could not, for one moment, take my eyes off Liverpool before they had Van Dijk. They were absolutely incredible to watch. Fantastic. They had like 4-3. Was it 4-3 against Arsenal on the opening day? I think that was the season before that, but just incredible to watch. And then when they brought in Van Dijk and they brought in Fabinho, they become much more compact and harder to beat, and weren't as nice to watch, I don't think. But still, very, very good team to watch, but not as good. McLaren was ruined by England. Yeah, Wally with the brolly. I remember 2008 where we couldn't even qualify for the Euros. I think Slaven Bilic was in charge of Croatia that night. Hi Mike, hi Tom, thank you much for tuning in. Remember me? I was the Boston United show. I certainly do, my friend. Florenzi's ball in. Oh, Di Maria plays the dummy, but he only plays the dummy to Kyle Walker. And Kyle Walker's bringing it forward. Plays it to Bernardo. Nicely done by Kyle Walker, who stays in the attacking positions, but now he's walking back to right back because he's definitely out of his position there. But yeah, I do remember you, Tom. How are you doing? Do remember you very well, actually. How's life? Charlton a 3-0 up. Chucks Anike with the goal. Hammering for Lincoln tonight. Stephen Mack's birthday yesterday, by the way. Happy birthday, Steve. Yeah, happy birthday, Steve. What a good day. One of Derby or Sheffield Wednesday. If not, both will be going to League One next season, which is mad to think. Sheffield Wednesday have been there before, not too long ago. Derby, though, I can't remember being that low in my lifetime. Do you think Jadon Sancho would be best in the Premier League? Who do you think Jadon Sancho would be best for in the Premier League? I think he would look very good in the Liverpool side, if I'm being honest. Just think that many League One clubs will be bigger than Championship clubs next season. League One will have Sunderland, Ipswich, Sheffield Wednesday and Derby. That's the beauty of our system. That's the beauty of the open system that we play. The open pyramid we have is that anything can happen, including Sunderland getting second consecutive relegations to League One. Luton having 3 consecutive relegations to now be playing be playing in the National League. That's what we live for. Neymar still going. Will he go out wide? He goes out wide to Diallo. Plays it to Arati. I think this has been quite a good half from PSG so far. Opening half an hour. They've been much the better side in my opinion, but have no goals to show for it. Marquinhos' ball in. That will be claimed by Brazilian Edison. So one Brazilian to another there. Hello, I'm from Turkey. Lovely. How are you doing? Thank you much for joining from Turkey. Really, really do appreciate it. The final is in Turkey, if I'm not mistaken. That's exciting. What about Messi transfer to PSG? Messi going anywhere seems to have really died down. I'm not sure if it's just in England because there's no interest from Man City anymore. He would be a fantastic signing for whoever, but I think he will probably just stay at Barcelona. I think he had the chance to get out and didn't, and now I think it would be very, very difficult for him to go anywhere. Potentially Bolton 2, yeah! Potentially Bolton 2. Did I see something about... Did I miss one? I think I might have missed one about Morecambe. Did I miss one about Morecambe? I didn't miss one about Morecambe. Oh, here we are. I hope Bolton get promoted instead of Morecambe. I'd love to see Morecambe go up. I think it'd be great. I would never imagine in a million years when Morecambe got promoted that they'd ever have a chance in hope of going to League One. Same with Accrington. What a fantastic system we have. Well, the season Leicester won the league, Sunderland were in the Premier League. Then now, how long they've been in League One for? Yeah, they have been in League One for a few seasons now. The thing is, Hereford were in 2008-9 were in the same league as Leicester City, and then there was 9 leagues between. Obviously, we reformed, but 9 leagues between them when they won the league. Incredible. I'm good, mates. Lovely. Started co-commenting local and non-league clubs because I see you're interested in. You went to Boston Town. Is that the one you're doing it? 'Cause I remember I did follow you on something. Starting to make it a small radio station next season. Wow, that's brilliant, mate. I'm really, really, really pleased for you. I see Hereford are off to Wembley. Wembley! Yeah, we sure are. We sure are. Us Goliath fans don't like Morecambe fans' Northwest rivalry. How far is it to Morecambe? I know it's different because you're up north and clubs are further apart, so your rivalries are further apart naturally. But it must be like a good way, if I'm not mistaken. Di Maria, Diallo, 35 minutes on the clock. City have really struggled to make chances besides that goal. I just want to say, I'm not sure if any of you noticed, the PSG logo inside the rectangle looks really good. Diallo. Herrera shot over the bar, hits the stanchion there, but not the back of the net. Yeah, Boston Town won the clubs. Very nice. Very nice. It's great stuff. 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's not as far as I thought, but it's not as far as I thought. There's no doubt about it. I thought it was further than that. League 2 fans wanting Morecambe to go up instead due to Sky Sports picking our game instead of theirs. It's like that's our fault they chose our game to be broadcast. You're in the position to get promoted. If you win, you're promoted. That's it. If Morecambe win, you have to drop points. Therefore, another misplaced pass by Edison. Really poor. Then, so you go with the ones that most likely to get promoted. That's how I do. It's nothing to do with Bolton at all. It's to do with if Morecambe were in the same position, Morecambe would be on the TV, no doubt about it. It's nothing to do with Bolton size at all. Mahrez. Walker. Bernardo Silva is fouled by Diallo and it will be a free kick to Manchester City. If you haven't already, feel free to hit the like button. We've had 5 new subscribers as well, so I really do appreciate it. 5 is quite a lot. PSG need goals. Travo, thank you so much for tuning in. PSG certainly need goals. They're playing very well, if I'm being honest, Travo. But are yet to have any sort of dividend from their good play. They haven't created many chances. Clear cut, if you know what I mean. Besides that, Di Maria one where Edison was out of goal. Mbappe is on the bench. Icardi has started for PSG. So free kick is to be taken. Fernandinho is up there. It will be the classic 2, Mahrez and De Bruyne. Diaz is there. Stones is there. Ball comes in. Diallo away. And they could break here quickly. Looks like there was a hand there by De Bruyne and will be a free kick. Cambridge not happy because they had a game on a Friday that didn't get selected. I mean, you don't need to be the most intelligent to realise Sky will pick those with the most viewing figures. So Cambridge can get promoted. Let me have a look. They're almost guaranteed promotion, aren't they? Because they have so much a better goal difference. They have Grimsby at home. They should get promoted. I would have gone with the Bolton game as well. Oh, Neymar is pushing Bernardo. Bernardo's not liking that. Fernandinho stepping in. I've got some breaking news. Talk Sport breaking news. What's the breaking news? Who do you want Man City to play in the final if they go through? I want to see Real Madrid. Mbappe's absence is affecting PSG's chances. Certainly, Neymar disappointing me. Well, he's doing fine. He's not creating too many chances, but he's everywhere. He is getting involved in the game. He's looking to make a change in this game, try and get the equaliser for sure. Can you show it to us? I can't do that, I'm afraid. Adam Johnson appointed Young Boys manager. Walker gets it away. Yeah. It's not really funny though, is it? Because I understand your sentiment, but it's just factually incorrect, and I don't like jokes that are factually incorrect. Albion Rovers are down to 10 men. 40 minutes gone. It is 1-0 to Manchester City. City will take this at the break, I'm sure. You believe PSG could come back? Yeah, definitely. They've got some very good players, particularly if they brought Mbappe on. But they need to make sure they don't concede. And they need to try and score early, I think, in the second half if they were not to score before then. Because an early goal would change things. We saw how City changed it in the second half last time. Mahrez has misplaced the ball. Hopefully Bolton game will be on being on Sky will mean I can watch the whole 90 minutes rather than nowadays TV Pass. Rather than iFollow. Yes, that would be a lot better, wouldn't it? Because iFollow is, from what I hear, pretty bad. Do you watch cricket? I don't watch cricket as a rule. I did see that the IPL has been suspended due to rising concerns in India. Di Maria. Watch a little bit now and then, but my cricket knowledge is very, very, very slim. Very slim. You think they could bring up the Thogden does well, really well. Goes past one, goes past two. Still going. Goes out wide to Zinchenko. This is where the goal come from last time. Cuts it back to De Bruyne. Mahrez. And into the hands of the goalkeeper after the block. Unsurprisingly, the EFL can't get a stream service properly functioning. The EFL are pretty bad at pretty much everything. They're not very good at what they do. The game's going very, very slowly. I feel like it is going very, very slowly. I don't know if it's anyone else. I just feel like the game's going very slowly. No dropped frames. Nice. No Rich today. Hopefully Rich is okay. Marquinhos has gone back to Navas. Paredes. So we are heading for half time. I start work on Friday, by the way. Who's interested? Curry's. I will start at 12 o'clock and finish at 8, which is quite a long shift, isn't it? And then I'm back in on Saturday. You know any YouTube channels that has the game live? No, there's none, Angel. Not sure I called you Angel. That's what I call my girlfriend. There's none, friend. Yeah, so I won't be able to do any stream. I probably might be able to do one in the evening or maybe the Sunday, but certainly not on Saturday afternoon and morning and things like that. But yeah, been so long since I've watched you. How are you? Thank you much for tuning in, fam. RL, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Hopefully you're doing okay as well. Neymar, the shot blocked by Stones again. Stones is there constantly. He's like a rock. He's living up to his title. Neymar, loads of people there. Oh, Herrera, and there is Ruben Diaz. The ball struck right on his head. It looks like nothing's phased him. I'm surprised he isn't concussed down. He just hammered in his direction. He will put his life on the line. He will put his nutsack on the line to be able to get into this final Ruben Diaz. Hopefully no more I follow next season. Hopefully not, my friend. Ball comes in, up in the air. Walker heads on. Well done by Walker. And here comes Bernardo Silva. Foden is in the middle. Mahrez is out wide. He goes to Mahrez. De Bruyne is on the far post. He's free if he can find him. Puts the ball in. And Verratti gets it away. Carlisle lost 1.2 million in income this season. And how much have they got back from that? Looking like a big loss, right? It's just like I follow, and it's just not going to cut the mustard, is it? Is that a foul? No, foul on Fernandinho. They're bringing the ball forward, Neymar. Zinchenko, can he get there first? No, he can't. Di Maria, great chance. Cuts it back, and there is Gundogan. They're under the cosh here. Love the enthusiasm. Thanks so much. 3.6 Rottingham. Not good, not bad. I don't understand what that means. I don't know. Could be a Manchester United, Manchester City super final. Yeah, it could be. There's a lot to happen for that to be the case yet, but it could potentially be. Could also been a North London derby, couldn't it? A few years ago, but Tottenham lost and Arsenal lost, so it was a Liverpool-Chelsea final. Apparently, theatres in cinema and cinemas will have no capacity limits from 21st June. Football matches will, despite social distance ending. All right. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Sorry, I was a million miles away because it's not anything to do with the football, so I need to take my mind away. Someone called Ballantyne has scored, which is so the Ballantyne who owns who was on Dragon's Den. Di Maria's ball in. There, of course, is none other than John Stones. Di Maria with the ball again. Zinchenko lining him up. Zinchenko does well. Can he keep the ball from going out for a corner? He can. Very, very well done. And he will get it away. Brilliant bomb from Zinchenko. Here's De Bruyne. Can he get the better of Marquinhos? He needs help. I need a channel to watch it live gameplay. Your home country? England. Obviously, a lot more. I think what we need to understand here, Jack, is a lot more people are going to be attending the football, say at Old Trafford, than are going to the Palladium or somewhere like that. So that's what we need to keep in mind. However, it's indoors compared to outdoors, which is another thing we need to keep in mind. We need trials, I think. We need trials of full stadiums and see how it goes with chest and trace and things like that, definitely. Gundogan goes out wide. Mahrez still going. Saved. Comes to Bernardo. And it's out for a corner. There is no live channel. Like you would have thought, the less risk stadium rather than cinema tours. But there's a lot more people, isn't there? Which I think is a worry. Not much to watch at cinemas anyway. Certainly not at the moment, is there? Certainly not at the moment. It takes 30 minutes for the actual film to start. It sure does. That seems to be the cinema way, doesn't it? Social distance is going to end. Why does there need to be a limit? Because just the sheer amount of people. I guess, however, if it's end of social distancing, then it's end of social distancing. They need some. I don't know. We'll find out in due course. Ball comes in, away, only as far as Mahrez puts the ball in. Diaz, it's out. Is it a corner or a goal kick? It will be another corner to City. We're ending this half much better than because it's all been all PSG. PSG have been superb. Excitement. Very exciting. It will be De Bruyne again. Bernardo is in there. Gundogan is in there. Fernandinho is in there. Diaz is in there. It's away. I think that's Marquinhos. Has anyone really been socially distanced in supermarkets, for example? Well, ball comes in from De Bruyne. I'm not sure what he was doing there. Probably just trying to end it up. What I would say... and there is the half-time whistle. It is currently Manchester City 1, PSG 0. It's going to get very, very tense for City fans. People, but I can't hug my mum. You need to go to a supermarket. It's literally imperative to you surviving, living, going to a supermarket. You don't need, as much as I love my mum, I don't need to hug her. So, yeah, I need to go enjoy the second half. Good luck. Thank you so much for tuning in, Jay. So, we'll have a look at the scores currently in other games. We'll have a lot of talk about the game tomorrow as well. So half-time here is Manchester City 1, PSG 0. It is currently 0-0 between Luton and Rotherham. Rotherham have made 3 changes. Ladapo has come on. Maddock has come on. Luton have also made 3 changes as well. They would need a win and hope Derby lose to survive. It's all to play for. They need to make sure they get at least a point, if not a win. A win would change everything. A win would change everything for Rotherham if they were to find a late one. 3 games currently taking place in League One. Shrewsbury Town are drawing 0-0 with Ipswich. Not really much to play for both of them. It's pretty much over. I'm sure Shrewsbury were happy that they've survived relegation. I'm sure Ipswich will be disappointed they did not get into the playoffs at the bare minimum. Charlton are 3 goals to the good against Lincoln and find themselves just outside those playoffs with 1 game to go. 1 point behind Portsmouth. It's still all to play for in the playoffs there in League One. Blackpool are 2-0 up and will cement their place in the playoffs with their victory currently over Doncaster, who have slipped to 12th in the table, and they will be very, very much hoping that they can get into the final there. There's games across Wales and stuff as well. Requesting you to pray for India in these tough times, very devastating conditions here. Yeah, I'm fully aware of the situation in India. I've been keeping an eye on it throughout the whole pandemic, not just India, but the whole situation. It's been very, very, very upsetting, and I think we're sending more ventilators. Clearly, the world needs to do more. It's getting very, very concerning in India. They have come out of this pandemic pretty unscathed, considering the sheer amount of people, but now it is hitting, and it's hitting more than ever, and it is very, 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 very scary for the rest of the world as well, not just India, but it obviously more scary in India, but it could have devastating impacts across places like Bangladesh and Sri Lanka and things like that. Could order online. You could order online, but not their Tesco and places like that were pretty much full for that kind of thing for months on end, and you had to have certain things. I tried to sign up to Ocado in March. I didn't get a thing through until a few months ago saying that I could now order on Ocado, which is no good really. That's a year after. There used to be Morrison's, you'd have to queue to get onto the site. Pray for India indeed. Yeah, definitely thinking of India during their tough time. City are 45 minutes away from their first Champions League final in their history. Games tomorrow, not really any up to speak of other than the big one. Chelsea and Real Madrid. Chelsea hold a vital away goal in this one. It looks like, I'm not sure what's the latest from Marcelo. It looks like he wasn't able to play. I'm not sure if they've managed to sort it out. Varane is a questionable doubt. Lucas Vasquez is out, and Carvajal is out. Kovacic is out. They're all playing fine. 3 wins and 2 draws in the last 5 for Chelsea. 2 wins, 3 draws for Real Madrid in their last 5. Chelsea have less to play for really, other than they have the top 4 to play for, but Real Madrid are all about that league. They could get a league and Champions League. That would be a brilliant, brilliant season for them. If Rotherham win, then I can think Sheffield Wednesday would need to beat Derby 6-0, along with Rotherham losing on the final day to survive. There is still no update in that game, as Lincoln have pulled one back through Harry Anderson. Could go either way for sure, but it's still goalless into the 80th minute at Kenilworth Road. Yeah, you're right. You're right. If Rotherham score, it could be curtains. It could be curtains for Rotherham if they were to... for Sheffield Wednesday, if they were to be... Rotherham were to get the victory. Not sure where the remote is. Here. There's some games over the weekend which we can have a look at. Leicester and Newcastle on Friday night. Saturday, Leeds versus Spurs should be a good game. Liverpool versus Southampton could be an interesting one. City could secure the title against Chelsea at 5:30 on Saturday night. Both sides would have been in the Champions League over midweek. And at 3 o'clock, Sheffield United will take on Crystal Palace. Sunday, another 4 games for us to have a look at. Wolves and Brighton kicks off at 12. 2 o'clock, Aston Villa versus Manchester United. 4:30, West Ham versus Everton, which could be an interesting one. And Arsenal taking on West Brom is the final 7 o'clock game, with Monday, Fulham versus Burnley. Di Maria, bad football player. He has been involved, but he hasn't done much in the terms of scoring. He should probably have made it 1-1. In my opinion. Premier League player of the season is likely to be Kane or Fernandes. Stats-wise, you say Kane. Impact-wise, you say Fernandes. Where would United be without his goals? The same place that they would be, not winning the league. 12:30 on Saturday, potentially Champions League semi-final, second leg, level and aggregate from first. But Derby have secured an infinite amount of away goals in first leg, meaning Sheffield United Wednesday must win. Well, it's still 0-0, but it could be really interesting. A shame I will be missing it. I'm gutted about that because I will be working. Should go to Premier League winner though, but hasn't been like that at times. No, it hasn't, because you don't have to be in. How bad would it be if Declan Rice had an amazing season, but just couldn't win it because he didn't win the league. That'd be awful. We need fairness. It shouldn't matter whether you come first or 20. If you have an amazing, incredible season, you should be respected and honoured for that, for sure. Riyad Mahrez, he scored the goal. He scored the only goal of the game, and he's played fine. No better than fine. It's been more PSG than City. Crawley versus Bolton, Blades versus Palace. I won't be able to watch any of them. Which is one thing I like about my job. My old job is that I could be back for the football. However, I had to get up really ridiculously early, which isn't as good. Which definitely not as good. Dilhu, I think I'll tune in. How you doing, my friend? Let's join the stream. If you haven't already, feel free to like button. I would really appreciate it. I always appreciate a like. Herrera is the only player to have received a booking in this game after 22 minutes. 56% possession to PSG. 7 attempts for PSG compared to 6 of Manchester City. 2 attempts on target for City, none for PSG. That is a very disappointing stat for Maurizio Pochettino's men. They need to start really testing Ederson to try and get that equalising goal. But that hasn't happened during that first half. Goals are flying in over in Wales. 3 goals in quick possession. It will, as things stand, it's currently 3-1 aggregate to Manchester City, which means PSG would have to score twice in the second half without reply to take it to extra time. 3-1 would win it, and 3-2 would also win it as well for PSG. If City were to score another, then yeah, they need 3. Can't see another lockdown happening in England. Unfortunately, we have to just live with it like we did flu. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely what we have to do, because we can't just live our lives in fear. And once everyone has been vaccinated and has some sort of protection, it could very much be living at a small level. You look at something like flu, it's been very much eradicated, pretty much. It's been very low cases. I don't think we've had any hospitalizations. It's been pretty good. So that's something that we need to consider. Why has that happened? And how can we do to replicate that to stop it? I'm sure none of us want face masks and stuff, but maybe the hand sanitizer when we go in would help a little bit with that. I don't know actually. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks so much for a nice comment as well on my video. I definitely am still the same person. I've just lost a bit of weight and dyed my hair blonde, and now I have a little bit more confidence as well. But thanks so much for noticing. It actually did make my day seeing your comment. I really did appreciate it. Can't wait to go to Carlisle games again. Yeah, definitely. It's a little bit different for me down in the southwest, because my team don't play around here. But I will probably try and attend some games around the sort of area to try and see more grounds. I've not been to Plymouth Stadium. I've not been to Torquay Stadium. Last time I tuned in was actually 2 years ago. Yeah, I've changed since then. I started my diet just over a year, 2 years ago. So yeah, I probably look totally different. This jumper is big on me. It's oversized as well. If I took that on, you'd be like, oh, who is that skinny mini? The amount of people going, we can't ease until we have 0 cases, despite what you're saying. Reaching 0 cases won't happen regardless of whether everything is eased now or in a decade. The thing is, I'm sure in time it will be a lot better. But what we need to remember is we need to... it's not over until it's over everywhere. Because while things are going crazy in India, it's likely to mutate and potentially mutate to a state where it's not going to be potentially evading the vaccine, which is something we obviously don't want. So it's not over until the fat lady sings or whatever you're saying is on things that we need to keep in mind. But it is looking like an endemic here. Right decision is having fans back in next season, mainly for lower league clubs like Carlisle for renew. Definitely, as long as it's done safely, obviously, of course. But it is very, very important to have full stadiums for these clubs. And you think about it, how insane is it going to be? Because if I haven't gone to watch Hereford for God knows how long, 2 years it will be in August, mainly because I just didn't have the time when I moved away, and since then it's been obviously COVID, so we've not been able to go in and whatever. So how crazy would it be? Because you think about Bolton, right? How many fans of Bolton go every single week? Not many, considering the size of the stadium. But everyone will cram in at once. Stadiums will be full to the brim, I reckon, for a while when we're allowed 4 people in. All over 50s vaccinated, who account for like 90% of deaths, or maybe even more than that. We're getting there. Bolton won't be affected if they put 50% cap on their stadium. No, they won't. I tell you who also wouldn't be. You probably don't remember this. Darlington, they had a massive 25,000 seater stadium built, and they only filled about 2,000 of it. So they could all have about what we're saying, like 10 seats, 15 seats of each. But they would have a very, very big attendance for the first few games, definitely. It would definitely happen like that. There's Rio Ferdinand. One thing I listened to 606, I don't know if you only listened to that with Chris Sutton and Robbie Savage, and Sutton was like, I'd have Rio Ferdinand over Van Dijk because he's won more trophies. And then he said, I'd have Paul Scholes over Steven Gerrard because he's won more trophies. And I was thinking to myself, well, where's it stopping? Where's it stopping? Because Foden, if City win the league, which is most likely, he will have won 3 Premier League titles. Do you know who's also won 3 Premier League titles? Frank Lampard. No one's putting there in the same book. 2,000 Carlisle fans attended home games anyway, despite the size of the stadium being much bigger than that. Yeah, but what I'm trying to get at is, if you haven't been for 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, you'd want to go. You'd want to go and see your side and really cheer them on, because they haven't been able to have that for so long. So I think it will be 500 fans per stand on firm on average. Yeah, it's bizarre. It was absolutely huge. I think if it was called the Darlington Arena, really, really, really big stadium. Just messaging my dad back. He's watching the game at his neighbours. will be a good occasion to watch the game, isn't it? It seems we can't watch it with like a big group of people, but you can watch it outside, can't you? But it has been very, very good. We are getting ready for the second half. There is Mbappe. Not coming on yet. What team do you support, Mike? I support Hereford playing National League North, and I have done all my life. But my favourite Premier League team is Manchester City. But yeah, Hereford are my team. PSG players are coming out. There's Icardi entering the pitch there. Ridiculous, just judging Premier League titles and not watching what's in the pitch. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm sure Ji-Sung Park won more trophies than Thierry Henry, but it doesn't make him a better player, does it? They have got rid a lot of the snow, whatever it is, on the pitch. Looks a lot better. They've cleared the pitch ready for the second half, which is nice. Marquinhos is the last player coming forward, looks like. Oh, wait, there's Neymar in the background. He won't be the last. Here comes the referees as well. Tying his lace, Neymar. Should have done that really before he come out. Well, he's not actually out, but shut up the dressing room. Seems like quite a minor thing to be doing. There is Neymar. If that's the case, then Shearer shouldn't be in for winning only one league title. Just dribble, really. Yeah, it is. It is. At the end of the day, he's one of the best strikers, if not the best striker ever in the history of the Premier League. Kagawa won more Premier League titles than Gerrard. Yeah, Junior Inamoto, who played for Arsenal, I'm sure you probably haven't heard of, in like the early 2000s. He's won more titles than Gerrard. It doesn't make Gerrard a bad player. It seems a ridiculous measuring stick. Second half is underway. You know, I'm sure you can think of even weirder players. Yeah, so they're just saying about the fact they scored so many goals. They scored 3 at Old Trafford. They scored 4 at Camp Nou. And they scored 3 at the Allianz Arena. De Bruyne can't find Bernardo comes back to him, but is very, very poor. Yeah, ridiculous measuring stick. Ridiculous measuring stick. Yeah, it's just a very, very strange way of doing it. Finished. Luton 0, Rotherham 0. So it will go to the final game. All to play for down in the Championship. Diaz. Foden. I never judge just on Premier League titles. Need to judge on the pitch. Yeah, it is I think for both of them, it's a very, very strange to do both. I thought one would be okay and just say, I preferred Paul Scholes or whatever, but both of them to be judged on that is very, very strange. Marquinhos. Fernandinho wins the ball back. De Bruyne. Does anyone have any predictions for the second half? Who will go through? Put it in the chat. Bernardo. There's not a lot between these sides, really. Zinchenko puts it out for a throw in. 1-1. So you're going for an equaliser. Play back to Navas. Neymar. Marquinhos. Very, very, very big second half for PSG. If PSG were to not win the league and Lille were to win it, or Monaco were to win it, and not win the Champions League, it'd have been a disappointing season. However, he wouldn't have been in for the whole season, so I don't think there'd be any chances of him being sacked or anything. But Monaco, did they lose? They lost to Lyon, so I think they're out of the title race now. I think it will be Lille. It would be great to see Lille win it, I'm sure, but PSG would want at least a league. Because that's expected. Verratti does very, very well. He's still going. Di Maria, shot is blocked by Ruben Diaz. I would consider at some point bringing on someone like Aguero who could really kill the game. I think that would be a wise move because they're not really creating many chances. But if they were to create a chance for him, he most likely to put it in there. I don't expect Carlisle to sign many players in the summer. Like they did last summer, where 16 or 17 some players were signed. Good, really, really good sort of turnaround of players. Very, very good turnaround of players. It's paid dividends. Free kick, Diallo blocking off Mahrez, and it will be a free kick to City. If Esteemed Kompany had a choice between Martin Skrtel and Robert Hoof, he would choose Hoof because Hoof has won a Premier League title, but Skrtel hasn't. That's true. Former Hereford player has just scored for Barry Town. Somebody's just scored for a new city. It's called Ryan Brobble, which is very similar to Ryan Babel. Not heard that surname before. They go out wide. I'm not sure what to make of Steve McManaman. He's never been my favourite pundit, I'm going to be honest. McManus states the obvious. Not as bad as Michael Owen. Mahrez. Is he fouled there? Free kick. Diallo, another foul on Mahrez. He's struggling out on this right-hand flank. Yeah, that's a foul. That's a foul. Who is everyone's favourite pundit? Like I said, I think I've asked that before, and I think I said Gary Neville, so I actually don't remember right in that. Your emojis don't show up on the chat that I'm on. Sorry, so I'm not sure what emojis you've put down. Navas is in with the ball here. Safe to say, Charlton have won the race for the playoffs. Very interesting for sure. Made the chase. The race for the playoffs. Very interesting for sure. They certainly have. They certainly have, and it will be interesting to see what happens on the final day. If I have a look, it's Oxford have Burton. You'd imagine they'd win that. Portsmouth have Accrington. You'd imagine they'd win that. And Charlton have Hull. So it's going to be tough for them. I think it will be Portsmouth. I think they could be dangerous as well in the playoffs. Di Maria. Play it out wide. He does play it out wide. Here's Diallo. Neymar. Still going. And he plays it to Verratti. And it's going to be a corner kick to Paris. Expect 4 signings in Carlisle. So right back. Defensive midfielder, right winger and striker. So could be the difference between mid-table and a playoff automatic promotion finish. Di Maria's corner comes in. Headed away. Got to be looking for Marquinhos. He's so good in these situations. But it was Fernandinho who got that away. Will be Di Maria again. In it comes again. There's a foul, and it will be a free kick to Manchester City. Is there more pressure on Portsmouth seeing as they're on game on Sky? Not really, because they're playing Accrington, and Accrington have been pretty poor second half of the season. So I would say not, if I'm being honest, Jack. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any pressure just because they're on the TV. There might be, but I'm not so sure. Got 3 notifications on Facebook. I wonder what those are. Alf. 52 minutes on the clock. It's not going fast enough for Manchester City. 2-1 City? No, it's... You're going for 2-1 City in the second half. But it's 1-0 at the moment. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see City win this. But I've gone for a draw. Thogden, who did look offside. Thogden is through. Thogden saved. And it is offside. It is offside. I thought it would look... He thought he looked offside. He did look offside. Yeah, I think he's just offside there. Kimpembe. Diallo. Kimpembe gets it away. Changes flank. Fernandinho steps in. He might as well have a dip. And he plays it and it's poor. Foden shot straight. Will it come to De Bruyne? De Bruyne is still battling. And it's away from PSG. City having a few chances now. And he cuts it out. Walker. Very, very well done by Walker. Plays it to Stones. Blocked. Here comes Neymar. This could be a good chance for PSG. Neymar still going. He's going to hit it. He's going to hit it. He's going to hit it. Blocked by Zinchenko. Brilliant. They're all hugging. They've got love bites and everything. I'm sure some of you know that reference. I think Gerrard nailed on to be Liverpool manager after Klopp, but would like Gerrard to prove himself in Premier League at a Newcastle Palace, that sort of side. Yeah, I can see why you'd want that, but I don't think that will happen. I think he will probably be the next one. Interesting to see when that time comes. Di Maria is cut out by Zinchenko. He's having a great game. Stones has been unbelievable. He's been a rock at the back. And here's... he's blown. He's blown up there. Bernardo tries to go past, but apparently unfairly, and it will be a free kick to Paris. Pep Guardiola's getting absolutely soaked. Looks like a drowned rat. Diallo. Yeah, I think I don't think that. Like I said, I don't think that will happen. Particularly, I mean, how much would it damage his reputation if he was to spend another 2 years at Rangers, win another couple of titles, and maybe a odd Scottish Cup, and then go on to Liverpool? Or how much would it damage his reputation if he was very, very average at Newcastle? That would really, really damage his reputation, in my opinion, and potentially would stop him being manager of Liverpool. Marquinhos. Zinchenko steps in. Plays it to De Bruyne. He needs help. He's on his own. Battling Marquinhos. Marquinhos does very, very well. They're struggling to get past this PSG side. The defenders from both sides are playing very, very strongly. Diallo. Diallo is off the ball. Fairly, says the ref. Gundogan. A goal here could change everything. It's De Bruyne. There's loads of space out wide for Mahrez. That is where he looks for. And it's out for a throw-in. Poor from Mahrez there. And Neymar was very, very strong. Neymar from the throw-in. Verratti. What he's done at Rangers is great, but it's only Celtic versus Rangers in the league. To be honest, I don't know. I just want once Gerrard comes, he's been given time, which I think he will. Yeah, you'd imagine he'd be given time at a place like Liverpool, and I'm sure they respect him. But we look at how quickly it turned for Lampard. It did turn very, very quickly for Lampard. Lampard went from being very, very much, the boy coming home or whatever, to some Chelsea fans not wanting him, and now he's pretty much all forgotten about because they have done well since he left. maybe, but he was back well in the summer. So there is that. Herrera. Kimpembe. Herrera plays it back to Navas. And it's out for a throw-in to Manchester City. PSG need the next goal as soon as possible if they are stand any chance. Yeah, if City score, I would say would be over. Bernardo Silva. They said they haven't scored at this stadium in their history, PSG, on the times that they have played here. Lampard was cause of owner wanting instant success. Well, you'd want success if you drilled 200 million into the transfer market and not got anything from most of those players. You'd be very, very disappointed as well. Free kick. Looks like Mahrez pushed Herrera in the face there. So you'd want a return on your investment, no matter what. And if they win the FA Cup, if they win the Champions League, if they finish in the top 4, I think any combination of any of those would, maybe not the FA Cup on its own, but a combination of the FA Cup and winning the Champions League, whatever, if they're in the Champions League next year, it's been a very, very successful sacking. Navas, Kimpembe, Diallo. Throw into PSG. Yeah, Roman is a brutal owner, but he does it very, very well. He gets success, and there's nothing wrong with doing the way he does if he gets success. If he gets no success, then it's just unnecessary, isn't it? PSG will lose. I'm sad. It will be okay. There's still plenty of time to go. Moise Kean is getting ready to come on. He's warming up. He's not getting ready to come on. That would be a total lie, really, but he is getting ready. Draxler is on warming up as well. We're at the hour mark. Yeah, you definitely want, if like Watford, if they get success, it doesn't matter if they sack 3 managers in a season. Here is Gundogan. Zinchenko. Gundogan. Can he keep it in? He does keep it in. But he loses the ball. Is Mbappe coming on? There is no sign of Mbappe. No sign of Mbappe. Apparently Keith Andrews is coming on commentary for our game, which makes me wonder why Sky put him on ours, because he played for us, especially when no bottom fan can stand him. Here's a chance. Ball comes in from Di Maria, away by Stones. Not very far. Is he fouled? Zinchenko is not fouled. The ball comes back in. Looking for Neymar. Headed away. Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. A shot from Herrera. And there was Ruben Diaz, the man mountain, to get it away. How's the match? But I think let's tune in. You expect Manchester to go through. I think it's very difficult for for PSG at this time. Did Kylian start on the bench? He did start on the bench. Why isn't he on? Not made any changes. I wouldn't have made any changes till the hour mark. We've just hit the hour mark. Why isn't he on? Is it Champions League semi-final and they need a goal? Yeah, they need him on. Oh, just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Chris did Salford current manager now. Here is the change. It is Icardi off, Moise Kean on. The Everton loanee is back on the field. Total for the sack 2 managers season, because they had Richie Wellens, and who was in charge before that? Was it Alexander? Yeah, they'll miss out on the playoffs. They've made the change. Draxler is on for Herrera. Herrera is off. Draxler is on. 2 changes made, and it will be a free kick to Manchester City, to PSG, and it will be Neymar. They are now starting to make the changes at the hour mark like I expected. Half an hour to go. Ball comes in. And it's away by Fernandinho. Zinchenko gets it away. No, sorry. Here's De Bruyne to Foden. Foden's still going. Gundogan. Back to Foden. Thogden puts it in. It's Mahrez. Oh! 2-0. Riyad Mahrez, he's a machine. He scored the winner in Paris and he has just scored the second goal. And surely that could be that. That could be that. It'll obviously be checked for VAR and stuff. But it is 2-0. 2-0. Riyad Mahrez with the goal. Really, really nice. It was Zinchenko to De Bruyne. De Bruyne plays it out wide to Foden. Foden brings it forward to De Bruyne. Back. And then puts the ball in. It's onside. It's a lovely, lovely team goal. Lovely team goal. And they are in the driver's seat now. (2-0), and I think that could be that. It's going to be hard now. It's going to be hard now for PSG. Really, really hard. It's time for Mbappe. If they have any hope, they need to get Mbappe on. None of the other players, someone like Kazawa won't change it. Baka won't change it. Danilo won't change it because they're all defensive players. They need to bring on Mbappe and they need to do it now. Mahrez, 3 goals in this semi-final so far. Absolutely brilliant from Mahrez. He is coming into his own in the Manchester Sky Blue. Right, sorry, I'm so far behind. Salford sacked 2 managers already. Okay, Salford look like they've missed out on the playoffs. I think I got up to that one. Here's Moise Keane. They're locking down PSG. Graham Alexander, yeah. Keane, not Killian. Yes, Keane, not Killian. Keane getting loaned out to a better team. Weird, isn't it? Doesn't happen very often. Wellens came into Salford without watching their pre-match warm-ups. I was really surprised to see him sacked so quickly. I'm not sure if any of you have any good words. 2-0 means game over. We do want tomorrow, Chelsea or Real to go through. I've gone for Real Madrid. I probably will be live for certainly Wednesday or Thursday, if not both. I need to do my homework tomorrow, though. Foden. Sis, come on, English team. Do it all the way. Come on, fair play. They win the ball back. Very well done. I think that was... I'm not sure who that is. I think that was Florenzi. Neymar. Still going, Neymar. That's it. Game done. It could be tough now. Could be tough now. I'm going to have to block your swearing. Sorry. Paredes with the shot over the bar. And I think... Here's the stat. Here is the stat that kills PSG. 10 attempts on goal, 0 on target. Ederson has yet to make a save, and we are 65 minutes into this football game. That is the difference in this game. City have taken their chance. However, here is Draxler. Draxler's still going. Draxler blocked, of course, by Diaz. They're insane at the back. It's like Rio Ferdinand and Vidic. It's unbelievable. Neymar is... I mean, I probably wouldn't use that term. Has Kevin De Bruyne brother been good today at left back? He's played really well. They've been really good at the back. Paredes. And it plays back to the goalkeeper in Ederson. Ederson takes a touch and plays it forward. De Bruyne. Foden. Bernardo. Tries to play Foden. Marquinhos does well there. They keep missing. They do keep missing. And it's a foul there, and it will be a free kick to PSG. Neymar fouled by Mahrez. Gets a hug for that foul from Fernandinho. And nice teeth. I wish I had his teeth. Yeah, so I will be showing some of the games to this week before I start my new job. I said City would go through and do a job on them. Told you. Di Maria's ball in. Goes all the way through. Comes back. And who's there but Ruben Diaz? Said City would go through and do a job on them. PSG rely on 2 players headers before both legs. Yeah, they have struggled. And the chances they have created have been blocked by the 2 mountains at the back. Ball comes in. Walker heads away for a corner. Chance for Paris. They need to try and take these chances. But having said that, who was 2-0 down in the semi-final on 1-3-2 to go through? It was, of course, Wait, that would take him through, wouldn't it? Yeah, it was, of course. Pochettino headed away. Foden heads away. Here comes De Bruyne. Can he get there first? No, he can't. Florenzi gets there first. Very well done by Florenzi. But he's lost the ball. Mahrez. And he can't find De Bruyne. Ooh. Been a very, very good game so far. A very good game. Not sure what happened there. Fernandinho, it's a red card! Di Maria's been sent off! I don't know what he did there. They're all getting involved. Ederson's the peacemaker. He's run out of goal, but it is... Di Maria's going absolutely insane at the ref. There's Pochettino on the pitch trying to calm his player down, and that could be the final nail in the coffin. And Di Maria has been sent off. I don't know what happened. He's down, Fernandinho. They are checking the red card. VAR is checking the red card. What happened here? He does kick out at him. He does kick out at him. Yeah, he does kick out at him. He does kick out at him. It's a clear red card. It's a clear red card for me. He's going. He knows what he's done is stupid. He has cost his side any hope of winning this game and getting through to the final. He cost him. Two red cards. They are still checking it, apparently. They are still checking it, so I'll put it back up. Check over. Check over. It's 4-1 on aggregate. They need 3 goals to go through, and now they're down to 10 men. They have lost Di Maria, who has been involved in a lot of their play this game so far today. It's going to be very, very tough, and there was no need to do it. It was just a random attack. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. He just lost his head. He saw red, and it's difficult now. If Mbappe was there, they would have won. I don't think so. They played so well. However, he does ask different questions, doesn't he? He asks questions. There is another City player down. Foden. Is he fouled there? He is fouled by Verratti. Verratti is not... They're all going nuts now. It will be a yellow card as well for Verratti. Poch is a perfect fit for teams who intend to boycott trophies. That's a good one. I must admit, if City win the Champions Cup or the Champions League, they'll regret not winning the FA Cup this season. Definitely. But the Champions League more than makes up for it. Zinchenko is very, very angry. Look at Fernandinho. He's absolutely screaming at him. Fernandinho. You don't want to mess with Fernandinho. It's a yellow card for Zinchenko. He needs to calm down. They are checking for a potential red card here. He's very, very angry. Okay, so Major, what's happened so far? Mahrez has made it 2-0 with a lovely, lovely counter-attacking move. Di Maria kicked out at... What happened there? Di Maria has been sent off for stamping on Fernandinho, which happened a few minutes ago, which has made it extremely difficult for PSG. PSG so wild. I think they will try and get someone sent off because they're down to 10 men and it's going to be very tough. Luckily, it was an attacking player, not a defender. Verratti has been booked and he's just tackled, or fouled rather, Mahrez. It's ending a bit. Neymar's pushing Mahrez. They're losing their heads totally here. Losing their heads totally. They are very much struggling. Very much struggling. No, still no Mbappe. Surely it doesn't matter if you lose this game 4-0. You need to try and get a goal. Even Goldbridge is happy with Di Maria being red carded, which says a lot about his Man United career. I don't know what he was thinking. Here's De Bruyne. Good tackle. Brilliant tackle by Verratti. It is alive on the pitch right now. You can see the tension. The tension is forming. City need to keep their heads. Let PSG get all wound up. They are in front, and that's all that matters. Fernandinho wins the ball back. De Bruyne plays it to Walker. There's a player down here for City. Walker. Mahrez. Gets the better of Kimpembe. Brilliant by Mahrez. Still going. Can he get a hat-trick? And a foul there by De Bruyne, and it will be a yellow card. I don't understand how PSG could have lose at their home ground. Because City played well in the second half. 2 mistakes as well. The break in the wall. Unforgivable from PSG. And great ball in from De Bruyne for the first one. But I do feel like the goalkeeper should be doing better. Right, here is Zinchenko. De Bruyne soaked. They're all soaked. They're all soaked. They're all soaked. 2 changes. Diallo is one of the changes. And Dagba is the other change. It will be Paredes coming off for Danilo. Navas dog good. Mbappe needs to move from PSG. I don't think he will. He loves PSG, but it is difficult to see a way back. Florenzi has come off for Dagba. With months of football, 10 months into 8 this season. Manchester started slow, but after November, December, they played themselves, made teams struggle, but Manchester City did so well. They did brilliantly. They've done brilliant. Snow on the pitch. Yeah, the snow on the pitch has been cleared. The first half, it was unbelievable. Bernardo loses the ball only as far as Fernandinho, who tries to play Bernardo, but he's nowhere near. De Bruyne puts a pressure under Navas, who almost gets caught out there. Dagba plays it forward. Moise Kean. Draxler, Neymar rather, looking for Verratti, who is on a yellow card and is surely on his final warning as well. Neymar. I bet Di Maria is feeling like a right idiot. What's the other league PSG play? The French league. Yeah, Ligue 1. I realised snow in May. Yeah, I was quite surprised as well. I forgot it was May. I thought it was still April because I'm losing the plot. But yeah, May, it is very, very strange. We've not had any snow down here. Dagba. Cut out by Zinchenko. Am I getting a Now TV pass to first see Derby Sheffield? He is. Gundogan. He's still going. Come on, someone up there. He could end the tie here if they could do anything. He goes back to De Bruyne before our game as Mike Dean is reffing the Championship to relegation decider. Could be interesting. Would PSG win La Liga? I'm not sure. That's very, very tough to say. Not this season, I don't think. I don't think not this season. Not this season. Will they win Ligue 1? I don't know. Ligue 1 is definitely French. Yeah, Ligue 1. So it's not quite spelt Ligue 1, but yeah. Fernandinho does well. Here's Foden. Oh, off the post. Off the post. Who do I think will win La Liga? I think it will be Real Madrid. Foden, brilliant. Brilliant from Foden. Almost made it 3-0. Off the post. What some strong teams. So Lille are top in Ligue 1, aren't they? It would be interesting to see them win the league. So it looks like there won't be a Mbappe. Mahrez. De Bruyne. Wide. I can honestly imagine Mike Dean going 97th penalty. Yeah. I can not see that. Not unless... But he does like the drama, doesn't he, Mike Dean? Neymar not looking happy. No, he's not. Here's Bernardo Silva. And it's out for a corner kick. Danilo gets there just in front of Kevin De Bruyne. Chelsea would lose. Who do you reckon will be in the final with City if this game is to continue as it is, which it looks likely? Will it be Chelsea or Real Madrid? I've put my hat into Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid will get through. But we could see an all-English final if City were to finish this off, which is looking likely, and Chelsea were to win as well. City lose the ball straight away. Here's Neymar. Gets it away. He does very well. Here's Dagba. Benzema. So you're going... Chelsea would lose. Benzema. So you're going for Real Madrid. Still no shots on target for Paris. They're not going to score if they don't have a shot on target. Unless it's an own goal. Danilo. Or Darlo, rather. Here is Marquinhos. Fernandinho, De Bruyne, Foden, saved by Navas. If Foden could convert his chances more, he'd be unreal, wouldn't he? He would be really, really good. Gundogan, Mahrez, good save by Navas. Yeah, he's played quite well. Stones, Diaz, been absolutely unbelievable in this game. Zinchenko's played quite well as well. Fernandinho's been absolutely incredible. 36 now. He's just unreal. He's like a... What's that show where the boy doesn't age? Benjamin Button. That's what he is. Watching the game, and you. Very nice. Gundogan plays it back. We are in the 80th minute. 10 minutes. Fernandinho. Man City are yet to make a substitution. Aguero is there. Ake and, as I say that, Jesus and Sterling will be coming on, but also Cancelo, Carson, Gabriel Jesus is about to come on. Laporte is there, Mendy is there, Rodri is there, Stefan is there, Sterling is oh, good ball. He plays it back. Thanks for tuning in, Jack. See you again. Bernardo does well, plays it still, and it's out for a corner kick. And Torres is also on the bench, who had a very, very good game against Crystal Palace at the weekend. Gabriel Jesus for Kevin De Bruyne. So De Bruyne coming off, and he will be playing in the final because he has a yellow card, they just said. So he would miss the final if he got another yellow, and he will be playing, and Gabriel Jesus will be coming on for him. He's taking his time getting off. Very, very good performance from Kevin De Bruyne, as you would expect. And Bernardo Silva's come off for Sterling. So that's the other change. Baka is also coming on, who started the first leg against Man City in the first leg. I think he played left back, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure who he's come on for. I'm sure it will tell me in due course. But he's come on. Is that Diallo? Diallo's come off. Yeah, Diallo. Flint Town have beaten Kevin Druid 6-0. That means Mbappe injured badly. He wouldn't, if he was injured badly, he wouldn't be on the bench. Ball comes in, tipped away, and it will be another corner to Manchester City. A third goal now would really rub it in the faces of PSG. Gabriel Jesus has placed the ball down but has moved away from it, and it will be Phil Foden. Diaz is up there. He's had a hell of a game. As is Stones. He's up there as well. Sterling. Zinchenko. Foden. Sterling. They're playing it. They're moving away, really. Walker. Brilliant ball to Mahrez. Fantastic from Mahrez. Sterling. Plays the 1-2, but Stones isn't the right man to play with the two-way when it's out for a goal kick. PSG fans saying, yeah, it's been sad. And there's going to be another change, and it will be the amazing Sergio Aguero, who will be coming on for the final few moments. Well, final few minutes even. Kylian must be injured and they don't want to risk it. I think he knows the game's gone. He knows the game's gone now, so there's no point bringing him on. You know, he'd feel like a right idiot if he made his injury worse just for a game where they lose 2-0. Do you know what I mean? So there's no need, really. Gundogan, Mahrez. It looks like it was a handball. Nothing given, though. Baka does well. "84 minutes on the clock." I'm sure there'll be lots of added time, but there really isn't any need. Really isn't any need. They go long. PSG headed away. Only as far as Neymar. Neymar is still world class, but he's saying no Messi or Ronaldo in these games. Like tonight, for example, has been difficult for him. They've played sublimely at the back. Sublimely at the back, City. They've looked unbelievable. Probably one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen. Final change here. Well, third change rather. And it will be Foden. Sergio Aguero's pointed out that they had a 9 up, but it meant 10. And it will be Aguero coming off for Foden. So Foden off, Aguero on. Play sublimely. PSG lost their heads in the first leg. They did, but they lost them in the second leg as well. Sergio needs only 2 goals to be the most, who scored the most goals for one team in the Premier League. I heard maybe most for a foreign player. He scored the most for a foreign player. Definitely he's overtaken Thierry Henry, but I think he's 2 behind Rooney for most goals at a single club, which, considering how many more seasons Rooney had at Old Trafford, is quite sublime, really. You think about it, Paris had a proper chance final last year. They had moments. Yeah, definitely. Here's Sterling's fallen. Is Hansi Flick good, or did Bayern have good players who helped him? I think he's well, look where they were when they sacked. I can't remember who was in charge before. It was a bloke from Frankfurt, but I can't remember what his name was. They were in a terrible position, so that goes to show that either they weren't playing for him at all. Baka's going to get there first ahead of Walker and puts it out for a goal kick. Poor Kovac. Yeah, so, you know, look where they were. A lot better. He obviously must be very talented for Germany to want him. Mourinho to Roma. Yeah, Mourinho to Roma. He's done. He got another job. I think he will improve. He will certainly improve Roma. I'm not sure he will get them to Serie A title, but he will improve them. German league have good managers. They sure do. Probably because they handball, nothing given. They have they give young coaches a go, and do you know what I mean? That's good to see. Oh, bloody hell! Kimpembe, it's just gone in very, very hard. It's only a yellow. Very nasty. Really nasty. Let's have a look at the slow-mo. It is a yellow card, but it is nasty. And you have a yellow card for PSG as we go 3 minutes to the end of the 90. City made PSG look poor. I think they played very, very well in the first half in this game, PSG. I do. However, they have looked very, very strong at the back. Very strong. Second half, once City got that goal, it's been pretty much all City. Draxler. But they haven't had a chance on target, which says a lot about how PSG have played, I guess. Neymar. What do you think of Di Maria's red? You can't do that, KJ. You can't do that. You can't just stamp on someone deliberately and expect not to be sent off. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. German League is good. Players and managers, because they develop like Julian, the Red Bull manager, Julian Nagelsmann, yeah. Jesse March, good development of Jadon Sancho. Yeah, it is a very, very good league. Neymar's through. Walker does well. He sort of subsides that a little bit. He's going to put the ball back in. Marquinhos, it's going to be... It's stayed in. It is stayed in. City do very, very well. It is good to see, but we don't give our coaches the chances for whatever reason. We don't have any young, hungry people like that. They're all in like the lower levels. Maybe someone like Graham Potter could go a bit further. Jesus does well. Really well. He's hacked down again. I think that's Danilo. A yellow card. They've totally lost their head. They're just booking players. Left, right and centre. Neymar's down as if he's been shot. There's no need for that at all. Nothing in that. It's been a very, 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 very good game from City. They have done very, very well, and they will be in the final. Yeah, PSG have just lost their heads, and they just can't be bothered to chase them, so they're bringing them down. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Brighton, Newcastle, Southampton, and Burnley, I think have done enough to stay up. They've all done enough to stay up, I think. Oh, yeah, I agree. I think it's over. I think it'll be Fulham. Mbappe is on. Is he? No, I can't see him. Neymar is really struggling, but it looks like he will be gone. It will be 2 added minutes. Verratti. I really hope they don't concede a goal late here. Fulham, West Brom and Sheffield will definitely go down. Surprised. I thought West Brom would have enough under Sam. And there are times, I'm looking for Marquinhos. And Edison's there, equal to it. Sterling does well, puts it out for a throw to PSG. Not sure what he was shepherding that out for. Yeah, Man City have played really well. 4-1 on aggregate. And we'll be through to the final. First time. Fernandinho has fouled Neymar, and it will be a free kick to PSG just outside the area. Clean sheet for Manchester today. Yeah, if they can make sure this doesn't go in. Interestingly, if this was to go in, they'd have won both games 2-1, and it would have been the same against Dortmund as well. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. And it will be Neymar stood over it. No one else has stood over it. Diaz is on the floor. Is it Diaz or Gundogan? Gundogan is on the floor, rather. Making sure it doesn't go under the wall. Neymar. Over the bar. Over the bar. Poor from Neymar. Yeah, very, very poor. Very poor. And it looks like that will be that. And it's been comfortable for City. They've done well. They've done well. They've kept them to a minimum. There's Mbappe. Watching on. Knowing he won't be going to another Champions League final this year. And there's that. It's full time. And Manchester City are through to the final of the Champions League. They're absolutely delighted. They're through to the final of the Champions League, and it has been a brilliant, brilliant performance. 2 goals from Mahrez, sending off for Di Maria, who really, really, really put the nail in the coffin for them. They're absolutely delighted. There's Phil Foden. Zinchenko is celebrating. They're all really, Really, really pleased. And they know one win away from that precious, precious Champions League. Thanks so much for everyone who tuned in. I really do appreciate it. If you did, drop a like on it and subscribe if you are new. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Mike and I will see you soon. Thanks so much for watching, Major and Travo and Ballum and Jack and Chris and everyone else who has tuned in. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you all again soon.